Feliz Navidad-y. Feliz Navidad-y. Feliz Navidad-y. Prospero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad-y. Feliz Navidad-y. Feliz Navidad-y. Prospero año y felicidad.
Hello darlings, and welcome to today's daily diary and day 2 of Vlogmas, except I'm not mentioning that anymore. 2 reasons. Well, I mean, I'll quickly mention it as I just have now, but it won't be in the title or the thumbnail. 2 reasons for that. Hello YVETTE CARTE-BLANCHE, hello Officer CRABTREE, darling Nettykins. Yeah, 2 reasons for that. One, well, it's kind of a bit hypocritical because, as we established, I don't celebrate Christmas other than professionally at the restaurant. You know, it's weird. You spend so much time with people, day in, day out, and you pick up traits. I've become like an honorary Hindu, without meaning to. I don't celebrate Christmas or Easter or anything. I celebrate my own church's things. I mean, I always celebrate holiday. Who wouldn't? But I celebrate Diwali. I do. And Dussehra and most of the other Nepali and Hindi celebrations. I mean, there's no harm, no foul. It normally involves food and drink. I avoid the bits where it means giving money to younger people. I don't celebrate that part. Oh, and the other reason I'm not mentioning Vlogmas in the titles and whatnot is yesterday's video died on its arse. Or at least at this point it has. Worst performing video by far for ages. And I just wonder if the Vlogmas thing, I mean, I enjoy it. I love watching other people's. I've watched 3 Vlogmas videos today. I watched Nigel's 00 Garage. I watched Matron's Planet Greenwood, and I watched the M11's. M11 of the eponymous YouTube channel, M11. So I do enjoy it, but I wonder if people see the word Vlogmas and think, oh, balls to that. So I'm not going to mention it anymore. I mean, I'm just doing the same things as I do every day, innit? I'm just rattling away to the camera. I got, and not kind of to the camera, but where the camera can't see me, I got a comment on not the most recent video, the one before, saying, don't you ever show your face? And I thought, well, you've not looked very deeply into the bloody channel, have you? You can see my ugly face every single night of the year in a live stream, and there are literally thousands of videos where you can see my face, and on some of them you can see all of the rest of me. There are videos of me in the bath. Don't panic, I've got a flannel over my bits. There's a video of me in the sea on the morning of my birthday last January. You can see large parts of me there. And there's one part that you can't see and that nobody could see, because let me assure you, going into the Irish Sea on the 14th of January, if you're a man, is a very effective way of giving you a sex change. let me assure you, darlings, that on that morning, my little tinkle disappeared from sight and didn't reappear until somewhere around the end of March. Where else? Oh, if you look at the video of the Marine Hotel, yeah, you can see most of me there in the swimming pool. And if you look at a couple of live streams or Matron's videos or the M11's videos, then you can see pretty much all of me, because apparently when I'm around Matron and the M11 and they keep me up far too late when I just want to be in bed, and when they pour wine into me when I insist that I've had enough, it seems that I invariably end up taking my kit off. But there we are. Right then, where did I leave you? Well, I left you yesterday evening in the car park of the Grosvenor Casino. Hang on, is that... Sorry about that. I left you in the car park of the Grosvenor Casino with Melanie Panini, and we were going on a night out. And we had a night out. Well, we had too much of a night out. I was late for the live stream. I had about 43,000 messages saying, "We're worried about you. Are you all right?" I'm sorry if anybody was worried about me, because it's a 10 o'clock live stream on a Monday. I fully intended to be back home for 10 o'clock. We went out early. We went out at 6. And I fully intended to be back home, and we just got carried away and had too much fun. I didn't do it on purpose. I didn't do it deliberately. So apologies to anybody who was concerned, and apologies if you were sitting around for an hour and 20 minutes waiting for the usual live stream. My bad. It won't happen again. But come on, when was the last time I had a night out? Doesn't happen, does it? So yeah, so Mel had wanted to go to the casino. She'd never been to a casino in the UK. She'd been to a couple of casinos in Las Vegas, but never in the UK. And she wanted to come along and see what it was about. Not to do anything herself. She's never gambled, never placed a bet in her life. So we ended up going to the casino. But it was kind of a standoff, because obviously, for obvious reasons, I'm in no position to gamble at the moment. Even though, as I detailed in a video a few weeks ago, even though gambling used to provide me with a helpful and useful chunk of income, no way I can do that at the moment. Absolutely no way. In order to do what I used to do, and which I did successfully, you need to be able to ride the occasional bad night, and every penny counts at the moment, obviously. The 5th of December is coming up, and then before you know it, it'll be the 5th of January, the 5th of February, and the 5th of March. After the 5th of March, we can breathe a sigh of relief and spend money on things and stuff. But until then, yeah, every penny has to be hard earned, hard fought, and hard saved. And Melanie doesn't gamble. So where does that leave us? So what we decided to do is we would behave as if we were in an arcade. You know what I mean? You go to an arcade and you play on the tuppenny falls and, you know, all of the normal games that you get in the arcade. Well, in the casino, there's there's electronic roulette machines, plural, many of them. And you can play on those electronically rather than playing at the actual table. And you can play for smaller stakes. Now, it's not rigged, it's all above board. The electronic tables are video linked into a reel table. So there is a real spin. It's not like a crooked thing where you never ever win because the machine knows you've bet on red, so it just puts the ball in the black, you know. It's genuine and above board, but you can bet for 10p. So we decided we'd have a go on this. So stuck a tenner in for Mel to have a play, and I explained to her how it worked, you know, that single number bets are 35 to 1. So if you put 10p on a single number and it comes up, you'll win £3.50. And then I explained about first 12, second 12 and third 12 bets, which are 2 to 1, and the line bets, which are 2 to 1, and corner bets and split bets, and all of these things, you know, and the fact that there's a 0 on the wheel and you'll get 50% of your stake returned on a 50-50 bet. Otherwise, anything else, you just lose it on a 0. I even explained that on some roulette wheels, not in the UK, you have a 0 and a double 0, stacking the odds even more in the casino's favour. So we decided that we would just have a bit of fun. Melanie could soak up the casino atmosphere and actually have a do herself. And we'd just sit and play the 10p machine until the £10 had all gone, and then we'd go home. Well, the thing was, call it beginner's luck or whatever, Melanie did all right. She did all right. And we were betting her birthday, my birthday, my dad's birthday, her siblings' birthdays, the kids' birthdays, you know, all of that sort of stuff, just having a bit of fun. I was loving it. But they were coming off. And Mel was determined that number 33, she said, 33 keeps coming up. It just keeps coming up. So she frequently bet on 33, and it did indeed keep coming up. And before you know it, that 10 quid has become 40 quid. And at that point, we said, right, we'll celebrate, because, you know, it's a night out on the cheap. I'm skinned. So we hadn't eaten or anything. So when it got to 40 quid, I said, come on, let's go mad, we'll have a drink. So we treated ourselves to a glass of Pepsi Max each and a packet of balsamic vinegar and sea salt crisps that we shared. I know, last of the big spenders, eh? And carried on. Melanie was still lucky, and the 40 quid turned to 50 quid. And she said, right, let's cash out. She said, let's cash out. And as she was saying, let's cash out, she was putting the next bet on for the next spin of the wheel. And before you know it, it's got very late indeed. It's like the first time that I checked I was going to say watch then. I don't wear a watch. Do people still wear a watch? I bet they do it as a piece of jewellery, not as a timepiece. I mean, if I still had a Rolex, no doubt I would still wear it. Or would I think it too ostentatious now? I used to love wearing a Rolex. Anyway, I haven't got one now, so it doesn't arise. And I didn't look at my watch, I looked at my phone, as you do. And it was 10 o'clock, you know, the time the live stream was supposed to be starting. And we're in the middle of Sheffield, quite a long way away from home. So we decided by this point, the 50 quid has become like 90 quid, 80 or 90 quid. So we decided, right, If we get to 100, that's it. Cash out, go home, get the live stream done. And Melanie carried on doing her own thing, using her female intuition, beginner's luck, call it whatever you want. Next thing you know, we've got £100 and 20 pence. So there was one last bet, 10 pence on number 14, my birthday, and 10 pence on number 20, Melanie's birthday. Neither came up, so that was it, 100 quid. Cashed out. I've never seen somebody so excited about 100 quid as Melanie was. She took a picture of the cash out slip, went to the cashier, gave him the slip, got her 100 quid, and she was so chuffed. It was so lovely to see. And she walked out of the casino clutching this 100 quid in her hand. I said, for God's sake, stuff it in your bag or stuff it down your bra or something, you'll get mugged. She said, who the hell's gonna mug me when I'm with you? I thought, oh yeah, fair point. I forget I might appear to be a large, potentially scary chap. But oh, bless her, she was, we had such a fun night. Honestly, it was innocent, cheap, innocent fun, like kids in an arcade. We didn't even spend money on a drink or a snack or anything until we got to that 40 quid mark. Up till then, we'd not had a thing. And honestly, it was just like being in an arcade. I can't remember when I had that much fun. All over 10 quid on a little electronic machine thing. It was brilliant. We were giggling like kids and super excited when, when a big win came in. Like, there were a few times that Mel won 17 quid on one spin, and we're excited and high-fiving each other, and it was great fun. And we had a good old chat on the way home, and got back to my place, and I went in and belatedly did a live stream, and Melanie drove herself home, and that was that. It was so much. Oh, greetings, honourable seasonal pitch. Honestly, it was so much fun, but I do apologise for the live stream lack thereof or lateness, and I certainly apologise to anybody who was concerned about me. I feel dreadfully guilty over that because I was having a great time, so please forgive me. Anyway, so that was that. So on to today. Been a nice day. Nice blue skies. Haven't done much. Had 10 pieces of Momo for lunch. Lavishly buttered slice of toast for breakfast. Naturellement. Slept really well last night, by the way. I was up at 9. Did all the video doings. Turned out to be a bit of a long one. 49 minutes. Absolutely cacked myself laughing. Not literally. When I was adding the song to it. I love that song. I'm going to keep those Indian Christmas songs going, I think. So there might well be one on this video and the next video and all the way through until January. Well, Christmas Day anyway. Nah, balls to it, January. Why not get a little bit Christmassy? I just won't put it in the thumbnails of the titles. I'll stealth Christmas upon you. Hypocritically, because as I've already said, I don't celebrate it. Not anymore, anyway. Like I was saying yesterday, I did when I was married and I had kids. What else? Right, I have been in Netti today. And I want to say, as I so often do, a massive thank you. I fitted a couple of things in Netti today. Now, the beautiful blue lights that the Honourable Ange, Minister for Perversions and Orienteering, Planning and Organisation, she sent me these amazing blue lights a few weeks back. Perfect. I'm going to call that blue now. I don't know what the proper name is, but I'm going to call it Netty blue. So you should all know the blue that I mean. It's the blue that the table is, the blue that the neon sign is, the blue that the throws and cushion covers are, and now the blue that that these lights are as well. So I've now fitted those, and I've draped them artistically where I plan to put them, actually, around the base of the poddering pit, or if you prefer, the overcab bed, which is probably a more accurate name, because I don't know if there's ever been any poddering in the poddering pit, but there certainly hasn't been any poddering in the poddering pit while it's been called the poddering pit. I can assure you of that. Maybe one day. Now that would make a video, wouldn't it? I do sometimes lie up there and think about the logistics of it, but that is not for a family oriented daily diary, is it? No, that's a late night live stream discussion. Anyway, yeah, so I fitted those. I just kind of draped them along the bottom, so behind the ladder, hooked them onto the net curtain hook on the other side, and then just stapled them up at a couple of places along the base of the bed, so that they can hang down a little down below the poddering pit, and they'll be up against the net curtains, and they look nice enough in, oh excuse me, hiccups, they look nice enough in daylight. At night, lit up, they're going to look absolutely fabulous, and they're really going to make a feature of the poddering pit as well. So thank you so much for those. They are now fitted. And the other thing I fitted was something I received last night. In the live stream last night, I received, thanks to Netty Kutch, the lovely Netty Kutch, big shout out to you, and indeed your good hubby, Mike P. I was sent two things from the lovely Netty Kutch. One of them was a hand-knitted willy warmer. And bless her, she said in the lovely little note that came with it that obviously she had to estimate the size. And I have to say, I'm incredibly flattered by her estimation of the size of the willy warmer that I would need, because no fake modesty here, darlings. You could fit 4 of my little tinkles into that willy warmer. That willy warmer has been knitted for far more impressive tinkles than I am able to boast. Anyway, stop talking about tinkles and poddering. It's outrageous. Outrageous. But the other thing I was sent, which I adored and still adore and always will adore, was a little hanging plaque, and it says living the dream. Now that's a nice enough thing anyway. That would be a bit moving in and of itself, because I love the fact that something that should be so awful, that I always thought would be potentially, literally life-ending, getting evicted from Windy Bum, somehow you lot have turned it into a massive positive, and I actually believe that I'm going to be living the dream from next year onwards. entirely down to you guys. I've said it before, no doubt I will say it again, and I genuinely can't thank you all enough. So, excuse me. Greetings, Honourable Bridge. So yeah, whenever I look at that little plaque, it'll be a reminder of how grateful I am for all of you fabulous people, and how this time in my life has been made into a massive positive. And not only that, but so many of you have actually helped to make it possible with help in so many ways, help, support, encouragement of all kinds. So I loved it for that reason, but even better still is it's a little wooden hanging plaque, you know, sort of hanging with rustic twine, which fits in beautifully with Netty's theme. But the wording is made up of Scrabble tiles, and Scrabble has always played a massive part in my life. I was brought up playing Scrabble. Mum and Dad played Scrabble. Proudest moment of my life, one of them, was the first time I beat either my mum or my dad at Scrabble. I've played Scrabble with girlfriends, and I've played competitive Scrabble. Yes, it is a thing. And I said this last night, it's one of the things that I say that I'm sure you don't believe. Sometimes I don't believe them myself. But this one happens to be true. I used to hold the world record for the highest Scrabble game score set under competition conditions. So in other words, observed. So it wasn't a cheaty one. No idea if I still do, haven't got a clue. But my online doings began, I joined Facebook in 2007, and the reason I did so was to run a worldwide Scrabble league. It was called BBSL, Big Boaty Scrabble League, and that started off on the eBay Power Seller Forum. And I moved it onto Facebook, and that was my first experience with social media and my first experience with building a community, because although we were a Scrabble league, it was also a community, and we had a lot of fun, and it was just like what went on to become Singles and what's now the YouTube channel. All about community and fun and support and whatnot. Well, that's where it all started, with Big Boaty Scrabble League back in 2007. And then in 2016, I think it was, I launched Singles. And then obviously 3 years ago, 2022, I launched YouTube. So the fact that it's got a Scrabble tie-in just makes it so much more meaningful for me. Anyway, so I've potted about in Netti today. She's dry. I put some warmth through her with a diesel heater, and tomorrow of course she will be going to the mechanic for her bits of fiddling, and then hopefully Thursday or Friday she'll be going for MOT for the last time this year, we trust. Right, darlings, thank you so much for watching and or listening. Thank you for your company as always. It wouldn't be the same without you. And look forward to seeing you next time. In the meantime, all the love in the world from me. And on that note, toodle. And indeed, oh yes, pip. Night, darlings. See you tomorrow.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad, prospero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad, prospero año y felicidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad, prospero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad, prospero año y felicidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad, prospero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad, prospero año y felicidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart.
The YouTube channel's not any good, but he's a nice guy. I'm sorry, Mr. Boaty.
You had me at YouTube videos. Let's go, Boaty.
Boaty's such a great guy, very tall. Such a great guy. I wish Boaty was here in America with me right now.
You twat. Wanker.